What's up, everyone?
Hello.
Hey,
hello, ladies, and hello, everyone out there. So I'm just going to give everybody a crash course on what the fuck I'm doing now. Mm-hmm. All right. As everyone knows, Savage Ladies of Metal always do interviews on Sundays at 2 p.m. Central for bands, big, signed, unsigned, big, small, international, worldwide, local, everywhere, all over the world. But there has been a very consistent issue that is becoming more and more consistent. And that is, bands are not becoming available for these interviews. And, this is why I'm no longer booking months in advance. This is also going to be part of the many changes that I have. This bitch tripping with us with the lights.
I tried something new.
Savage Ladies of Metal is doing a lot of changes because there are things that are not working out, things that have changed, times have changed, people are in and out, and certain things are not going the way they should be going because of interference for whatever reason. So this is one of the changes. One of them is to create an actual Savage Ladies of Metal Real Talk show. Mm-hmm. All right, full blown, anything goes. We're going to talk about shit that could be what might be offensive to many. Get over it. 4 different personalities, four Savage Ladies of Metal. Okay, you don't have to be part of the Savage Ladies of Metal to be a Savage Lady of Metal. Yeah. Just saying, we're everywhere. We are everywhere, not just here in Chicago. So I am making that change that we are going to be doing real talk with the Savage Ladies of multiple locations, not just here in Chicago. We are everywhere. And we're going to talk about anything and everything. It could be music. It can be something that's taboo, like the Olympics. That's like, there's a, that's a 50-50. There's music and taboo and that shit, Yeah. And we're going to cross the streams that a lot of people are afraid to cross. So you got you got 4 different personalities who are here. So think of this as, like I explained to them, everyone hates the show The View, right? Take those ladies, smack some sense into them.
No,
and they are rebirthed as Savage Phoenixes. Here you are. We're right here.
The View, the view of the babes, and your view sucks. Bye, slam dunk, whoopie Goldberg.
Right?
The View's a bunch of old ladies with nothing to say.
Yeah. So we're gonna have some fun on this show, and we're gonna talk about all kinds of shit, and we're just gonna break it down. But we are still doing interviews. For the bands that actually do make their scheduled interviews, they're going to be part of the Savage Games.
Yeah.
So we will have some fun with that. But this week is one of those weeks the band could not make it. This is now the 3rd week in a row this has happened, and we are not going to allow any more gaps. So Savage Real Talk, Savage Ladies of Metal Real Talk officially begins every Sunday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, with or without the bands. And every week, you never know what the fuck we're going to say.
I'm about to make a post, y'all. So all you guys out there, click on the link. My page is back.
Sure.
Click that link at the top, and you'll see us right now.
All right, so without further ado, me rumbling and rambling my mouth, of course, everyone knows I'm Fran Savage, Savage Ladies of Metal. Mm-hmm. And with me, ladies, introduce yourself. Vala, you first. We'll stop at you. You're on my top.
Me, hi, I'm Vala D of Vala and the Villains and other various art projects. What else? I'm in a rock band. You guys are in rock bands. I don't know what to say. No, but I met Fran through Metal Bingo. So the metal community out here is my little fam. And I don't know. It's just nice to have people that you feel at home with, and I never feel at home anywhere really. So just my Savage Ladies.
Awesome. Hi, I am Chris Locano. I am the CEO, owner of Texas Metal Militia. I support every musician out there. I like to help out. I am a promoter, and I am from McAllen, Texas, and I want to build my business where I'm going to have a whole bunch of people follow me, and let's do something creative together and help each other.
All right.
Hi, I'm Chrissy, and I'm founder and Bulldog Management out of Evansville, Indiana. I manage bands, book bands, promote bands, anything to bring the scene back after COVID. It's been very difficult to build it right, to build it back. And we used to have a huge metal scene here, and we're finally starting to get the respect and of having the venues accepting us finally. But I also work with all genres.
All right.
Are there any genres you wouldn't work with?
Mumble rap.
Okay, fair enough.
And mumble rap. I ain't working no mumble rap shit. There's a lot of. There's quite a few I won't, but there's a lot that I do. No
I'll
country.
do anything. I actually do country also, so it don't bother me.
Right. Hey, Crystal, I want you to do something real quick. Everyone, bear with us because we just jumped right into this idea, and I'm just like, what? We'll fucking hit all the fucking kinks and all the little bugs along the way. Crystal, I heard an echo on yours. Go to your settings. Go to audio, and click echo cancellation.
Double fisting this shit. Wine, espresso.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Look at Christy's like, where's my drink?
Is there an echo now or?
Nope, much better. Much better.
Thank you.
All right. Is that me? Oh, now there's an echo. You guys hear an echo?
Yeah.
A little bit, not that much.
We'll just put a beat. Sorry.
We're gonna have to work on that. I don't know why
I'm not sure how these sound.
I don't know what's going on. All right. That sucks. I didn't have one until last one. So anyway, moving on.
Everybody's echo.
Hey, Crystal, turn your echo off. I don't know what's going on.
Let's see.
Everybody
Something's different.
It's off.
better now.
Is it better now? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Let me see. Nope. I still got an echo. I don't know what just happened.
You're fine. So, what, Fran, we were going to start with the Gojira Go, right? Don't know.
All right. This really sucks that the echoes are now full long.
Oh my god.
This sucks. Is everyone okay? Nope. I still got the fucking echo. God damn it. All right. Well, hey, Crystal, can you just shut off your links altogether? Just like uncheck it.
Okay.
I would rather have one echo than four.
She's the only one not echoing.
Is it better now? There.
Yeah, that's Tom just said that too. He's the one that's not echoing. He's the one that's causing the problem.
I turned mine off.
You gotta go back to you go into settings.
Fran, maybe look at your volume into your.
You go into settings, and then you go into audio. And uncheck, cancel, echo.
Okay, how about that?
Did you uncheck it? No.
Fran, yours is one that's
Do what?
Is mine echoing?
No, hers not echoing.
No.
Do you guys hear my echo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Just see something. Yeah. Okay. There's a couple people here with experience. Crystal, do you have earbuds?
Yeah.
Can you pop them in? Bear with us, everyone. It was great. The echo.
Try again. I just moved my mirror. Maybe it was
Oh, no, she's moving in the ear.
It's a little better.
Hold on a second.
Wow. I put on some music.
Not too often you jump off camera. But you know, some shit happens, and it sucks because we didn't have this until we went live. Anyway, so let's just trying to figure out your earbuds. We can deal with it. So, all right, let's moving forward. So we're gonna have this shit cleared up by next week. But I want to talk about the Olympics. We got some interesting shit that's been going down with the Olympics. Man. Let's start with Gojira.
First medal band ever.
Right. You know, the first time it's in Olympics is in Paris. 2024 Paris Olympics, and Gojira is the first metal band to ever do the opening ceremony.
That was the most metal shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, the best fucking
yes,
show ever.
yes.
Probably my favorite modern metal band. Like, I absolutely fucking love them. I've seen them
Yeah,
twice,
I mean, Gojira's badass.
I saw on Facebook.
I'm not echoing.
Gojira's opening for.
Okay.
I'm like,
It was me. I'm the culprit.
Yes, I'm not echoing.
oh, yay!
I literally jumped
Great.
up. I'm like, okay, I'm grabbing my other microphone. I'm grabbing my headset. Then I have hearing aids. I try not to wear headsets.
Anyways, I thought Facebook pranked me twice because first it was like, Gojira to open the Olympics. I'm like, no way. And they're like, yes way. And then they were like, the next one was Snoop Dogg's opening the whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? This better not be a prank. And it wasn't. And I missed it live, but like when I found the video online, like I watched the Gojira performance at least 10 to 15 times in a row. Like I just was absolutely blown away at it's not just their performance, but the artistry. I mean, that's like theater. That's
what
like,
do you guys think about Paris? What do you guys think about Paris being insulted by them having the queen? What's her face that got beheaded?
Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette. Oh, it started out with Marie Antoinette.
Yeah,
the imagery for when they were going live. I think they.
Hold on, back up. The French people are offended.
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear that. Are they?
Oh yeah.
Apparently,
it's more
but it ain't
Americans
hard.
are.
It is not hard to offend them.
Fucking idiots. Sorry, it's true. I would love to actually talk to someone from Paris, grew up there, whatever, and hear what they have to say because it's their history. Like America thinks we've been here the longest. We're like couple centuries. These places have been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. It's so much history, so much culture. Like, it's not just about what makes you feel good. This is something that actually happened. Why wouldn't a modern artist, be able to talk about that or show that or feature that? It really happened. Is it offensive? Fuck yeah, she got her head cut off. Like, what do you mean? Is it offensive?
That's a huge part of their history.
Yeah.
And whether it was, for good terms or not, it's still part of your history. Don't get me started on what's happening with American history with our statues being ripped down. That's a different conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a big part of the history. I mean, nobody wants to be beheaded, regardless of the scenario. But I think being offended is ridiculous. And then the claims of them being satanic. I try not to go.
Always going to be a thing.
Metal. They're always going to get that accusation.
Yes.
It don't matter.
Maybe they should translate the lyrics and pull them up and read. We all, for the most part, we all know how to read. We all know how to Google. Pull up those lyrics, read them. Are they talking to Satan? No, they're not. But if you think they are, that's your fucking problem.
Okay, so I got a question for you ladies. All right. Religion and politics normally not brought up, but this, like I said, I'm trying to avoid it. But this was a factor that was brought up regarding Gojira because there's a lot of people who consider metal music satanic and da-da-da-da. There are so many amazing Christian metal bands that are extreme.
Right?
Yeah.
7 Days Sober.
Right? I mean, there's so many of them. Okay, how many of you, I don't know whether you ladies or not, Okay, I'm Leviathan Satanist. What are you ladies?
I'm a spiritualist.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. It's very long, complicated.
You don't. It's just you.
No.
You know what? I was raised to be Roman Catholic. Okay.
I was raised Pentecostal.
Okay. I was raised Roman Catholic, and I grew up to be, and then I got sent to an all-girls Catholic boarding school, and that's when I had my awakening.
Yeah,
That normally happens then.
That's horrible when
Jesus camp, and those kids were the fucking worst compared
yeah.
to
I was
metal kids.
Oh, the Jesus camp.
I was ordained at 17 years old, going
You were
to take
ordained?
yes, through my church.
Oh, shit.
But then I started reading more and more, and I had more questions than there was answers, and all they would say was have faith. No, these are simple questions.
Right.
And that's when I was like, no, I'm going to start researching. And I started researching. I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, that's how I felt after having the Bible pounded in my head, and I started seeing shit. I'm like,
that's horrible.
History can't be offensive. If you're retelling a story and you're butthurt about it, well, I'm sorry, that was a story. You're offended by it. Go hide in a cloud. I don't fucking know.
Right.
Why
Well,
can't
here's one thing that bothers me.
That happened. I'm sorry, it makes you feel uncomfortable.
It's
cut off. It would be uncomfortable. So,
but they have no problem making money on that story when it's not on a world,
because France outdid us in every way, shape, and form on the platform.
It does not take much to offend them anyway. So
right. So yeah. So now everyone's, of course, people who think the metal is devil music. Devil music. Yeah. Okay. I think it's completely ridiculous. People need to stop judging shit before they fucking look into it. Stop running your mouths. Stop talking out of your fucking ass and criticizing and condemning everybody who doesn't think like you, who doesn't act like you, who doesn't like the shit you like, and you don't understand it because you don't want to fucking look into it. How about that?
It's so easy to be keyboard warrior.
But those people can fuck off. Fuck them. I'm so happy. Like, that is such a win for the metal rock community. Like, people all over the world were exposed to that phenomenal, absolutely just beautiful performance. And
dude, Gojira killed it. That was amazing on the castle.
Yeah, and a lot of kids now.
Because now they're like, where has this band been my whole life? And I can't wait for this new wave of younger people getting
the generation.
Whoa, what is this?
Right.
And not a lot of people in the metal scene know about the band, and now they're like, hey, I just want to. They made their stage presence.
Oh yeah.
And they had an impact on everyone.
No, yeah. For those who didn't know who they were already, I mean, Gojira's been around a long time.
Yeah, since 1996.
And they are killer. They're an amazing fucking band. And as many times as they've been to Chicago, I've missed it so many fucking times. But
oh my god, amazing live.
Paula, shut up. But it's people need to understand. You can judge all you want. There are so many extreme metal bands, or even not extreme, that are all Christian metal bands, and nobody wants to hear. Oh, I can't understand the words. Okay, then read the fucking lyrics, asshole.
Yeah.
Before you run your mouth and start just trying to destroy a reputation about something you don't even know about, read the fucking lyrics.
So a metal band can't sing about history, but a pop band can talk about her wet ass pussy.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Oh yeah. And explain to me why it's okay for girls to look like a whore now, act like a whore. But if you're not dressed like one and you don't act like one, but you look good, you're a whore and we're going to destroy you. Explain this oxymoron, retard fucking thinking that's going on with today's society now. That's what I want.
It's all about TikTok. It's all over the place. The kids
out of these kids are trapped. Like, we didn't grow up like that.
We didn't.
I'm thank God there's no phones back then because there's no proof.
They're sheltered from all the good shit. So I feel like there are shows and like just Stranger Things, for instance. These kids, I can't believe it, didn't know who Metallica was, but a show.
Yeah, right.
That's possible.
I know.
Yeah.
Now there's the young kids who are like, whoa, what is this? They've just never been shown it. God, I mean,
That's
I'm
one hell of
their
a fucking
parents
rock
are
that those
absolute
motherfuckers claimed out of.
failures. But what I'm
Mm-mm.
excited for is just continuously there's hope in the metal community because it's not dead. It's not dying. You can try to silence us. You can say we're satanic, whatever. But Gojira's fucking streams went from 1.7 million to a week later 2.7 million just on Spotify.
Oh,
The
dude, their
influence they can
performance
have
blew them
is
up. Like, it's
international.
mass.
So don't let those motherfuckers say, who did it? Bitch, you're dead. You're dead to me. Get your negativity away. You dead, bitch. Woo! Sorry.
I went to a metal show on
Cheers to
Friday to
myself.
check out bands, and there was a band called Devour. This
Mm-hmm.
16-year-old, his
Yeah, dude.
vocals were on point, and Gojira is one of my favorite bands. At 16 years old, his vocals were that on point. And I'm just sitting there going, and I was talking to him afterwards. I was like, "Yeah, Gojira is one of my favorite bands." I was like, "You could hear it in him." And he started talking about the Olympics, and I'm like, he's like, "That's never happened before." I said, "I'm glad it happened." I said, "It's about damn time it happened." I said, "Because there is amazing metal bands,
Well,
not
and what's
just Gojira."
incredible about it is not only are they a good metal band, that is art. Like that is
Yes,
if no one's ever seen art and they watch that, it's like holy shit! Like just the history, the water, the execution, the opera singers. I mean, it gave me goosebumps. I had to keep watching it when they
Yes.
when they did the bloodstream. I mean, I was just like,
Yeah,
this is fucking phenomenal. Like this isn't just rock and roll, sex, drugs, blah blah blah, which is
Right.
fun. This is
Yeah.
like
Oh, that's the best part of
deep
it.
ass shit. This is some
And-
deep shit, and if it scares you, that's because you're scared to
You
go
don't-
outside of what makes you comfortable, which means nothing.
Exactly. Very true with that.
So
I mean, they talk about not being able to not understand them, but none of them even try. That's where
Oh, no.
before they start bitching, they don't even try.
No, they let somebody else think for them, and they just follow the way like little shadows and like little puppets.
Yep.
That's the problem. Nobody wants to think for themselves anymore, and it's disgusting. You know. Now, if they did think for themselves, does that worry me? Maybe a little bit. But at the same time, if they're not thinking for themselves and they're doing what everyone else around them is doing because they're you know, and this is pathetically true, and I'm saying pathetically true. Yes, when women, or not just women, when people are so scared to voice their own fucking opinion because they're worried about the turmoil and the shit that they're going to get from the people around them or the people that they consider close because they don't think like them, they don't act like them, or they don't want to be that person, but they're afraid to be them.
They aren't raised,
so they bow down to somebody else's fucking expectations and belittle themselves as not just as people, but as human beings. You know, I mean, it's just like, dude, if you're going to piss some people off, go big. Go.
Right.
I can't imagine living my life tiptoeing around what other people feel. Like I cannot. I can't. I mean, in certain situations, yeah, you know, like whatever is super broad. But in general, like how I dress, what I say, blah, blah, blah. Like I know so many people that won't even like ask the waitress for something else because they don't like it because they're like scared. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Just be like, yo.
Yeah.
Because everybody just takes out their phone and starts recording every little dumb shit. And they turn it around and say, well, this person was saying this shit, and then this person was saying this bullshit. They turn everything around. So it's always about the recording of the person when they're having a meltdown or they're having a bad day, and they make fun of them. And that's how it is. That's how it is
it's
nowadays.
okay for them to make fun of them, but if you turn it on them, then it's a different
Yeah.
Now it's abusive. Now you're a bully and
you're harassing me.
You can't make fun of yourself, then you're just not going to make it at all.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well, let's talk about something else that's a little controversial. Let's stick Olympics. Like I said, this can go multiple different ways. All I gotta say is if it was Metallica, nobody would have said a fucking thing. But guess what? They're metal. Oh, but they're Christian.
I'm sorry, Metallica. Never mind.
They're Christian?
Say
really?
it.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm saying, never mind.
James Hetfield, let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Lars on here. Now that's entertainment.
Hey, maybe we can.
That would be some interesting shit.
100 million.
Another thing about that I do have my cheat sheet here. I didn't write shit down. This is all fucking me going straight forward without preparing.
Go for it.
Caster Semenya.
Yes, I don't know. They should have.
Everyone knows who Caster Semenya is, right?
Is that the boxer?
That is the female boxer. There's been some interesting shit that has been going down over her. And what doesn't help is a lot of these fucking news pages, the way they headline shit. People are going to see it that way. So if it's the first time you're hearing it, you're going to see it the way it was headlined, and you're going to respond that way. Okay. And I get that. I do understand that, because the headlines can always mislead you and think one thing. And then when you read into it and you have an opinion, all of a sudden everyone's ripping your fucking head off. And it's like, hold on, asshole. This wasn't even mentioned in this one. I didn't know about this. Okay, now let me throw this at you. Now I'm the asshole because I look outside the box. And a lot of people are afraid to. They want to believe what they see, believe what they're told. But there's so many fucking fake bullshit that's out there. You don't know what pages are real. You got to look into the pages too and see what's legit. Yeah. And what is it called? They said that she's from Kenya, and she has she has high testosterone in her system. Guess what? So do I.
Don't most.
Right? And I'm very female, and I can write down that list of men that can validate that.
but that comes along with like the what is it? PO.
It's called something. I'm looking it up right now. It's like
my best friend has it, and that's the reason why I'm like going. It is.
Is it a chromosome or a?
Yeah, it's you have more of an XY chromosome, which is the male chrome, and here's the thing is. Some women are built beast mode, are born beast mode. It's just genetics. It depends on your genetics. If you have a very strong genetic gene pool, not all your females are going to come out, hey, all girly. Okay. Yeah. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Some of us will be born beast mode, and we'll grow up big, thick, and we'll probably, pick you up and body slam you. Hi. But that doesn't mean we're, just because we are strong bitches that we are men. Okay. That just means men are intimidated also, but women are intimidated also. Now, yes, Semenya, and I'm going to say this, and I don't give a fuck what kind of hatred I get over this. Not the most attractive person. Okay. But that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean anything, but she does come off masculine. She does look masculine looking. And you know what? That's genetics. It's the way she carries her. And nobody's going to look pretty for fucking the Olympics. You're going to sweat your shit off anyway.
So
exactly.
So I'm calling myself out. I have no problem calling myself out. I did think at first possible trans. Yes, just like everyone else. Plus the headlines of shit threw me off too. But then as I started looking into shit and saw that she, I'm trying to find it. And I'm looking at 3 articles and they don't say the fucking initials. Anyone who's got it, feel free to comment and fucking put the name. Oh, DSD, here it is. It says variations in people's reproductive anatomy, chromosomes, patterns, or other traits that may not align with typical binary definitions of female or male are what is defined as differences in sex development, DSD. Now, DSD traits, says scientists estimate as many as 1 out of 50 people are born with DSD traits. So that means it's actually extremely common.
Yeah.
They have females who are born beast mode.
Where?
It doesn't say where. It just says everywhere.
Exactly. Statistics are.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, who are they doing the test for also? But regardless, 1 out of 50, that's pretty fucking common. And that doesn't shock me either.
Savage bitch. I don't have Y chromosome, but like I'm a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
Like I have friends who are like, or even people I've dated, whatever. Like you're like a dude. Like I've been called a pretty bro because I am very masculine in the sense of like my humor. I love fighting. I have a fighting page, Vala Vicious, on Instagram. I used to do Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu and all that, and I'm really, really into self-defense. So this whole topic is interesting, and it's what's interesting about this particular case is it's the like one in like the straw man of the straw man, like the most exceptional, like not obvious situation. It's the harder one. Whereas if someone like Fallon Fox was a man and then just randomly was like, I want to be a woman. No, like, no, I don't understand why a grown ass man who decides to be a woman at some point is allowed to fight a woman. Like, I thought we taught men that they
But see, that's what I think. That's where it's fucked up. I don't give a fuck if you're a man. Okay, they say, they were born that way. I don't doubt that. They just finally are being accepted to come out. I don't doubt that. But for a trans, for a guy who does become a woman, you have no business being in female Olympic sports. Period.
Thank you.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you're mentally female up here. Physically, you are genetically a male.
Thank you, because it don't matter that you can change you can have the surgeries, you can do all that, but genetically, your muscles are built different than mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
And they don't get periods like we do.
The strongest,
lucky bastard.
That could be a good time to box, though. I mean, no offense.
And she'd be done. It's just anatomy.
And
now all of a sudden, the left is like, they know what a woman is. Well, she has a vagina, so she's a woman. Okay, so flip that logic back on you. You're saying that having a vagina doesn't make you a woman. So what is it here?
Right.
So all of a sudden, the whole world knows that she's a woman because she has a vagina and she's not trans. Are you not smart enough to like deduct that? Like,
hold on, I'm just saying that there's manginas now. Manginas exist.
Yeah.
I can't watch porn anymore the same way.
Right.
Oh my God.
Loud, so all of our it
done fucks me up. It's one thing to see a bunch of trannies. You've been seeing that shit for 20 years in fucking porn, and all of a sudden the manginas are coming around for the last 5-10 years. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm all for it, but I'm just watching it. It's like it's not a turn on anymore. It's more of a shock factor, and I can't turn it off still.
I have a cousin who's transitioning from a female to a male, and he has been that way since I think he was a freshman or maybe younger. Mm-hmm. But I can still look at him, and I mean he is a very gorgeous male. Very gorgeous. But I know that he could get into a boxing ring with another man. He's still not built genetically with the muscles, the skeletals. It just isn't there. And it was meant to be that way.
Right.
Sorry that people can't accept by like anatomy. That's the other thing is how many women have transitioned to men and are slaughtering men in their sports. 0.
Yeah.
There are 0 women.
I'm not against
male skull.
I am not against anyone becoming a tranny. You do whatever the fuck you feel like. I have several friends, who are actually transvestites. 2 of them did the full surgery from man to woman. When I heard what they had to do to fully do that, I'm like,
right. I don't give a fuck.
I'm like, even though you chopped your balls off, you have more balls than I do.
Physical altercation. That's the only thing that I care about. I don't care what you do, but if what you're doing is harming women, now we're being silenced again because a man didn't feel himself and didn't feel comfortable. So now they have to make us uncomfortable, which I think is selfish as fuck.
Yeah.
Because I get it.
It makes the whole battered woman thing going, oh, heck.
It's very misogynistic.
Okay. The problem is most of the people who are on board with male transition athletes in women's sports is because they are not athletes. They have never been hit by a man. They have never had to. If you're a boxer and you get hit as hard as the woman, let's say she hits you, the strongest woman hits you as hard as she can. Compare your face to the strongest man who hit you as strong, like it just boggles my mind because it is literally night and day. Like your head will, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And it offends me because women are getting fucking hurt. Like Fallon Fox literally cracked a woman's skull like that. How is that benefiting women? How is that women power? Like no.
Right. Why is it okay?
Why don't you care if you are
in Olympics, but it's not. No. It's not okay either way.
But she was offered by Tyson, but she won't get in the ring with him.
Huh.
Wonder,
Cute.
I wonder why.
Everyone's not the same, but all
No.
I'm saying is physically it's not fair, and you're not a bad person as a woman for saying that. You're not a bad person for suing the Olympics because of whatever the fuck that person's name is. What's her name? The swimmer who's
Oh
trans,
yeah.
literally with 500
Don't know her name,
men
but
and stripped medals from all the women. They
Right.
sued.
I find that? Okay, you guys heard the name Lily King?
Which one?
no.
Lily King, the swimmer.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She's from Evansville. She's
I don't know that.
a couple years older than my son, or a year older. He knows her. Her mom was my son's favorite teacher in high school, and she made the comment that it wasn't fair in a competition to have a trans swim with them. She was getting, oh, you're getting canceled, you're getting this, you're getting that. No, it's just logic.
Right.
You're not seeing women go into men's sports like that. Trans women going into, or trans, going into the men's sports. But they want to come into ours because guess what? They know they are genetically built different.
Right. But see, here's a part that kind of puts a twist on this, and I'm going to call this out too. Okay. Now, let's say racing, running. Okay. Male against female. Does that really make a difference, do you think?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I don't. This is where I disagree with you ladies. I brought that up in one of my messages from the shit. Reason being is because there are women who are faster.
The chick from the relay test, the relay that we broke the world record.
There are women who are faster than men. So, do you think it's okay for them to compete together on the track and not in the ring, or should it not be allowed?
I think it's across the board.
I mean, if it's just like, men with men and then women with women, like that's how it works.
It should stay the way it is, right? Men with men, women with women, right?
I mean,
you can't say
okay. So now let me bring this up. So now this is an issue with Olympics. Let's talk about real life now. Okay, and then this is something as it existed since I was in high school in the mid '90s, last century. In the late 1900s, which is legit to say that. It sucks. In my high school, and I'm sure in many by the 90s, women and girls wanted to be on the football team.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's a choice.
I had to become a cheerleader.
Right, but a lot of schools did not allow it. Some did. My college did, or my high school did.
I wanted to be on the wrestling team and the football team, and I did gymnastics instead because both my parents and the schools, they didn't say I could.
It's a controversial thing because all of a sudden you're like, the boys' parents and shit, they're just like, oh, it's a girl. It's like, yeah, but that girl's gonna smash your fucking son. Make sure he's out of her way. I was one of those when I was growing up. I loved baseball. I was removed from softball. They said I was too violent. But they said I had a bigger impact on a baseball. So I ended up joining my brother's baseball team, and I was the first girl in 1988 or 87 to be on my brother's baseball team.
Wow!
And he got made fun of like crazy. They're like, "Dude, your sister's stronger, better, and faster than you." And and I was the first girl they ever let on a baseball team, and it was very controversial. And a lot of the male parents, the dads, had a huge fucking problem with it.
Not because women are better, but because they're distracting.
They became competitive and were pissed off that there was a female who was better than half the fucking team.
My niece went to state on wrestling this year, and she's the kicker for the football team. But they're still keeping the women mostly out of the
male competitions.
Yes, but on the wrestling, my niece was putting that guys down left and right, and I'm just like going, nope, yep.
Right. So now my question is, if we think it's okay for women to be able to join sports teams, even in high school, even if it's only high school, it still can be it's still aggressive, it's still rough, it's still physical, especially the older you get and you want to be in football, you know? those women can still be tackled. Do you think those men are supposed to step back on how hard they're going to tackle those women? You're
Those
in
women
football.
want to be
You got
tackled.
tits.
They
You're in
know
football.
Yeah.
They want to be tackled, but that's an option. We have that. Okay, I know how this is. Blah blah. I'm signing up for this.
So why is it
boxer,
okay?
and then all of
So
a
why is it
sudden-
okay for society to accept women to be in high school sports or other sports, but not okay for
In
the
the
men
Olympics.
Because
to
here
be
you're
involved in the Olympics with women? Why is it okay in one way and not the
because
other?
because you're putting it on this way. We're at a high school level.
But
We're
still, you can
not.
get your ass kicked. Some of those
But,
motherfuckers.
oh yeah, but you see
Some of
any
those
females
motherfuckers
in
are
the
big, man.
NFL? You see any females in the NFL yet? Major League Baseball?
Mm,
Yeah,
No.
some of them are some of them have been doing it their whole
We're
life.
not
It doesn't matter if
denying
it's
that
high
they're
school.
But
female athletes, but
You know, it becomes hypocritical because it's like some people, you know, when I bring that up, other people are like, we never thought of it that way.
but how many sports is offered to females?
Not as many.
Thank you.
No.
You have. So guess
But-
what? We had to expand.
there wasn't a female
Now,
football.
this chick that got hit by Semenya, I mean, she just finally met her match.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is this is where I piss people off, and I have no problem fucking saying it again. All right, I look shit outside the box. Semenya, she might have XY chromosome, but guess what? That shit can be enhanced. Also, yes, she can be born with it with more male testosterone, aggressiveness.
mhm.
That can happen, but can also be increased. And everyone's like, oh, well, they test for that. They test for shit, at the Olympics to make sure that it's not in their system. You know how easy it is to stop taking something for a month to make sure you pass the test. And as soon as you do, boom, you jump right the fuck back in. You know how easy that is to hide that?
How
I
would
would
you-
be downside with this particular person that I've taken a step back because I don't know enough.
Right.
I know a lot about the mainstream shit that we deal with. This is a situation that I don't know enough
Well, a lot of
about
people don't. A lot of people don't.
because
Well,
it's that this is one of those like rare of the rarest situations, right?
It
This
is, but it's
isn't
very much here too.
Melania, wherever the fuck her name is, and then you
Yeah,
know,
well,
it's-
I think
Here's
the
my
Italian.
question. Can they
I-
test to tell the difference between her enhancing with testosterone, or how's that work? That I would have to go look at that and see if they can
It's
actually.
I don't really know how to explain it in the in lane
I
details,
have,
but
I have-
testosterone is strength. It's like
Right.
a burst of energy. Okay, and anybody
Mhm.
can get that boost from a pill. And even if you got a female who already can fucking knock the fuck out of you and leave a fucking dent in your head, and you give her an extra boost, she's now putting a hole through your head, not a dent. You
But
know,
can they test for the difference between
Huh?
it?
it would make a big difference on your performance.
No, I'm saying, can they test for the difference, like actual?
Well, no,
natural-
I
well,
think
if they
so.
did it before and after, yeah, but I don't think there's like 7 tests along the way. I don't know.
That's what I was meant. Like
I mean, that's part I can't say I know because
that's
but
that
I
would
do
be
know
my I
they
have to
do
go look
test.
at.
What's up, Bella?
Hey, so back to the sport thing. I always wanted to be on the boys' teams. I have an older brother because I know men are stronger than me, they're faster than me, blah, blah. I wanted that because I wanted to be around people who were better. That makes me better and stronger.
Mhm.
But
I have a lot of
if
anger in my
I-
life. I needed someone who could take my hit.
Yeah. And so I always wanted to be around, like, even in jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, like, I want to be training with motherfuckers twice my size, and I did, and I do.
Yeah.
But then if you go from that to actually being in the ring with one of them, like, I put up a good fucking fight. I really do. And but they're still full-grown males, and if they get one hit on me, I mean, this is some delicate features, okay? Your jawline has nothing to do with your skill.
I already got a Jay Leno thing going on. If anyone
It's
fucking
just
fucks that up, I don't know what
anatomy,
I'm
guys.
gonna
No, you're not.
So having the option to go against people that you know are stronger because they push you is different than throwing a female athlete into that unknowingly and not wanting to be there. That's the only real thing. Like, I've boxed dudes.
But you know what? I don't think it was that she didn't want to be there. She was game until she felt that hit.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think she.
I'm
she
pretty sure that
I think she
forcing
threw a
dudes
temper
in-
tantrum in
Right,
the
I'm
ring.
saying in general.
Yeah.
It's like, you
All
know,
right,
the
Crystal. So
boys,
what do
it's
you
their
think
opponent,
about
blah,
the
blah,
situation?
blah. Oh, okay. Cool.
I just that Italian boxer. I mean, I just heard a little bit of what was going on, but I think she just threw a fit and said, "Oh, I want to quit. I don't want to do this anymore," and made her country, didn't make her country
I think
proud
there's a
of
lot
her.
of fear.
So
now.
do you wait a minute? Oh, you know
Women-
what? This is
women are
interesting.
getting
Hold on.
hurt.
I'm glad you said this, Crystal. So do you think she antagonized the situation
Yes.
by the words that she chose to use publicly, saying that she's never been hit so hard in her life, and then all of a sudden, social media, the news, everyone took it next level and said, "Well, this bitch
Exactly.
looks like partially like she's very manly looking." Da, 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 da. Do you think it just like she triggered the reaction?
Yes.
And her
It
choice
back,
of words?
and you know what? It backfired on her ass because now Italy is like, what the fuck happened? Why are you just automatically just want to leave and not face your opponent, right? So it really backfired on her, and
So-
it's more of a dramatic type of thing, more into the drama, causing
It's always drama. Oh my God, the drama. This world is
Right,
nothing
but
but
you
drama.
have to take into consideration that over the years of this happening, more and more females are getting seriously hurt, like not just in America, like seriously injured. So knowing that, I could see over time if she got hit as hard as she did and just like the psych of it, maybe she legitimately was afraid in that moment of like, this person can seriously really fucking hurt me because of X, Y, and Z. I'm not saying it was right or not right. I'm not that person. I don't fucking know. But I'm saying the rise of making females are now, we're uncomfortable in our sports. We give our all. I'm not just talking about the boxing. We give our all into something and then to just have someone bigger and stronger to go against. We're already like, well, you know what I mean? It's very crushing. It's very crushing, I think, to the female spirit.
Well, and that's something that people got to learn. They got to accept regardless, and that goes on in society, no matter what the scenario is, because it could be like the body shaming, it could be music, history. It don't matter. Everyone's always gonna be bigger, better, stronger, more beautiful, better in shape.
Yeah, but
to each your fucking own. How you present yourself and put yourself out there and make a difference is all that fucking matters.
I see it as like if you're a boxer. I mean, for so many years, and all of a sudden you're just like, no, I just want to quit.
Do you think that maybe she dropped her guard when she saw Samantha up close for the first time? Like, I know they got to meet up and they got to pose like in each other's faces.
I think she made herself look like a damsel in distress and made this whole dramatic scene instead of fighting. I mean, come on. I don't know how long she's been boxing, but there's been harder hits that she's taken, and I don't think it's just because of that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think maybe it's possible? Maybe like when she got in the ring, all of a sudden she, maybe mentally she dropped her guard a little bit because all of a sudden she had a second thought, and fucking Samantha picked that up, and all you need is that split second.
Or
she was
kind
of the initial, maybe the psychological shit. And who are we to be like, well, she's wrong because she psychologically had a moment. It's like, well, yeah, there's reasons though.
Well, if she stepped back mentally to rethink the fight when it's too late, she can actually, by doing that, you actually physically drop your guard. So that hit could have been a lot harder. It was a lot harder than it could have been,
But the word she
had
used,
no protection, but she dropped her guard mentally.
The words she chose to use, though, are trigger words.
Yeah, she did. She triggered them.
Yeah.
And I think she knew that's what she's going to do. And I think that's what she wanted to do.
Everything's a trigger word. What were the trigger words? What did she? What is the trigger word? Because I feel like they're
transgender. Just by saying transgender, it's a trigger.
Did she actually say that though?
Not that I know, but I mean, or
something. All I really know is that what they keep pushing out there on all the fucking articles and the news is that she just kept saying on her knees, "I've never been hit so hard in my life by anybody." So that's why I'm saying, did she maybe drop her guard and that's why it hurt more, or did she find did Semenya from Africa? She was fucking. She was done. She's been doing it beast mode. She instead of punching back, she's punching trees. Bitch is learning how to hit. you know.
I mean,
you know,
and that's why I say, I mean, she's
you're
been a
gonna get your ass
boxer,
whooped.
and she's been a boxer. I don't know how many years and decades.
I've always wanted to be
Why?
a boxer.
Yeah, it's fun.
I've
No,
always
and
wanted to be a boxer,
I think there's more to this story. I don't think it's just
and we'll
because.
never find out either.
Can we climb off of this but still be in the Olympics? So this whole thing, now there's memes saying people are more upset about a transgender fighter than a sex molester. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Fucking child
I did not see that one.
there.
What? I didn't hear see that
They
one.
let, what was, I don't know.
The tennis. It's a tennis player
He
or something.
raped a 12-year-old.
Oh my god.
Convicted
Let me look for
rapist
it.
in prison. They let this motherfucker compete. Are you serious? We are not like, oh, transgender is a bigger thing. We didn't fucking know. I didn't fucking know. Did you know that they let a fucking sex offender, rapist? No.
I thought that was like a.
So to paint this fucking narrative that, oh, they're more offended by this, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
We were
Oh,
told
he's a volleyball
it's
player.
disgusting.
Did they adjust? Did they
I
adjust
just-
the rules just for him? Because I'm pretty sure criminal was like is one thing that was used to be
Whoever
outlawed.
this up, I don't know the name, but he was
His name is
12-year-old was raped by this grown ass fucking man. He served time. For some reason, the inmates didn't break all of his fucking fingers. And
He's lucky he lived
is
to
on
walk
a
out of
world
those doors.
platform. That is the most disgusting. Like, I don't care about any other shit. Like, compared to that, like that is what's wrong with our society as a whole.
Yes.
We reward rapists, and it's like you can't really talk about the things that I want to talk about, but
No,
Why
go
not?
ahead.
We can totally talk about this another show. That's what I'm saying, dude. Anything goes on these shows. Anything.
Yeah.
You know, and when the
seems
bands
like
aren't,
the
when the bands can't make it
pedophiles
to
get
the
to do
interviews,
whatever they
then it's
want.
our show.
Like, someone please answer me how the committee knew this guy's record and was like, yeah, sure. Who and why?
I
Wow.
thought the rules was
Hey.
like before they couldn't have a criminal on their team. That was a rule.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just too
Even
common.
if
We're all a
it's
bunch of
not a
shitheads and we keep
rule.
getting caught.
Even if it's not a rule, you
That
seriously
shouldn't be
don't think you
allowed.
have the power to be like, you raped a child, you absolutely are not going to be serving in a world sport.
But hey, if you
That
smoke, we
bothers
can't do
me.
it either. So
That shit's fucked up. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to say the narrative of, well, they care more about transgender than a rapist. No, I'm sorry, back up. Nobody
What?
announced to me that there was a child rapist, and if there
Mm-mm.
was, he would have gotten his fucking ass beat before he even competed.
But you know what? Then somebody will try to also use the excuse, well, it's one thing to be a transgender, you know, portraying to be a female and competing in female sports when you're genetically a man, which is supposed to be stronger. Supposed to, not always. Okay, there's a lot of men who are just small little motherfuckers. It happens, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also people who I just totally lost track of what the fuck I was gonna say because I went
I
wrong.
don't know. I'm still thinking of ripping off
But-
that guy's fucking fingers one by one and shoving them.
Maybe
down
maybe
his neck.
the boxer should
Opportunity.
punch the shit out of that
there you go.
fucker.
That'll work.
Oh, you know, so I mean, if we looked at a criminal history on anything, and I tell people this all the time, even in music, because there's always people who are like, don't do business, you know, don't talk to this person, don't do business because this person, because this guy did this, and then this band did, this guy did that, and this band, this guy did this. I'm going to tell you something right now. Savage Ladies of Metal would not have any purpose in the music scene if I looked at people's criminal record.
Don't look at mine, but child rapist is not on there. Okay, there are.
Well, same.
I mean,
You know,
I
but
would-
you know,
You can kick a
who's
cop
gonna
and
put
you can
a professional tennis player with a child on the game on the you know on the actual court? That's probably what they're gonna see it as. It's gonna be like, okay, this is what he did criminally, but he's not competing against children, and that's why they let him in.
Oh, I
but
don't
there
give a
are
fuck
children
why.
that are
He's
in
a
the
volleyball player.
Olympic.
No, fuck that. Why are we rewarding?
But he's
shit
in the
that
Olympic-
It didn't happen. Are you serious? There are millions of people in the world. You need this fucking kitty diddler out of all the other people? You're gonna be like, yeah, let's root him in. Fuck you. Fuck that.
Here's the
Right.
issue, though, because they have Olympic Village for all of them to stay, and there are fucking children there.
Yeah, they can't be around children. They can't. That's
So-
illegal. In every country.
No,
Still
I agree.
here.
They shouldn't. You know, they shouldn't be.
It's not even about them
Unfortunately,
being
I
around
know, like
children. Why would you want want that person around at all. Like,
you know, in Illinois, they have for anyone who's got any kind of pedophilia charges, whether it's felony or it's not.
Yep.
You can't be within 300 feet of a school by
Yeah.
property. But you know what? Half those motherfuckers aren't supposed to live, work, or be near those children. Guess what? Everyone, if they can't get a place to live because they have a criminal record, they have bad credit, they can't keep it, you know, whatever the case is, they can get a job, but now they have no, you know, they can't, a lot of people, some of them can, yes, but a lot of them can't get their own damn place, you know, and they have to move in with people, and they have to register where they live, and a lot of them won't, and just say that they don't live in the area because they don't want their friends to know that they're convicted, you know, child offenders. They don't want people to know that shit. They're not going to put it out there. They're not going to put it out there.
And that's wrong.
And it's like your next door neighbor can be amazing with your kids, and you have no idea what the fuck's really going on in that door with his own child.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I used to work with one of my friends, and he was living next door to a pedophile. And here in Texas, they don't take, what I fucking hate is that they say it's low risk. What the fuck do you mean by low risk? Low risk.
Okay, so because they minimize it, it makes it okay.
And he was close to a school, and not only that, where my friend lived was an Airbnb place. So there's a lot of families going there.
Yeah,
and
see, that's what I'm saying. You know, like there's so
he
much
failed.
of this shit. The rules are broken. Rules are always broken. Nobody follows anything the judges say. You know, if you're a pedophile and you're out in the open, guess what? You're still gonna walk past that school, aren't you? You're still gonna be spying on some kids. You're not gonna tell your cousins and your best friends that you have that conviction, because most of them might not even probably know about it.
well, if they don't have,
And you're gonna sit there and tell them, "Oh, I molested a 12-year-old. Can I hang out with your kids?" They're not gonna tell people. They're not gonna openly tell people that. They are literally keeping that shit to themselves. You know, just like mass murderers. They say the average person walks past a mass murderer. 1 out of every 6 people you walk past has murdered someone.
It is not me.
No.
Yet.
Not it.
I do have knives, swords, and guns. I mean, so anything's possible.
You know, and when I think of that, I'm like, dude, we're in the music scene. You know how many people think about it? If I looked at people's any of it,
okay, can I say
there
this?
would be no music scene to represent.
Can I say this? Had you told me 20 years ago that Snoop was going to be a correspondent for the Olympics, I would have laughed in your face, because 20 years ago he was trying to dodge a murder rap.
Yeah.
I mean, to watch him now here, I'm going, it's awesome. I freaking, you know, he crip walked away from the torch, and that was the best thing.
You know, I think it's really good that society is starting to accept a lot of things that were considered very taboo.
Right.
And they didn't want to talk about 25, 30 years ago. I love it. You know, the gay community, finally, you know, I'm 100% on their side. Okay. 100%. I'm so glad that it's being more accepted, but I think certain things are being taken too far. It does not need to be pushed in schools to children.
They should not be able to a child change
And
their
teachers
pronouns.
need to,
And
you know,
teachers
okay.
can't
I'm not
tell
saying
parents.
that it's a bad thing, but you shouldn't. Kids go through sex ed by what, 2nd, 3rd grade?
Yeah.
You're gonna confuse the fuck out of them. All right. Wait till they're like 11 or 12. Wait till they're in junior high.
But I was in high school
things
too.
that are a little bit easier for them to understand from a child's mind that's starting to grow, not just mentally but physically, and their bodies are changing. Let them start. You know, do you have feelings for something? It's okay to have feelings for another female. It is okay to have feelings for another male. It's okay to have feelings for both.
I discovered I was bisexual in middle school. You know?
You know, there's nothing wrong with it, but to bring in somebody who's a transvestite to show them what can be. Oh, well, this is okay too. No, now you've gone too fucking far. You can't push an image. You talk about it, absolutely. Books and pictures start out slow. The internet already shows them way too fucking much. You know, kids are watching porn by what, 3 years old, probably.
I wouldn't doubt
when
it.
I was growing up, we had
my son-
AOL, and it took fucking 20 minutes just to get one titty picture.
Wait, what was it? Age, sex. What was it? Age, sex. It was
ASL, age, sex,
age,
location.
location.
Yeah. And if somebody fucking called while that
Wait,
picture was trying to
wrying
trying to
about
upload
age.
on your computer, you were fucked. You lost it.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi
Well,
comes a long way.
Get 'em
And these kids they're adapted to it.
My
and
thing
it's
is-
like, what you don't want your kids to learn, guess what? They already know.
My thing, I was in high school. They put us, we had to go through health class in high school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, they confused the fuck out of me on that one, and I was in
Yeah.
high school. Because
Yep.
they were not confused, and they also pissed me off because that was when they were pushing you can't be this, you can't be that. We had to hide that we were bisexual. We had to hide that we were gay.
Mm-hmm.
And my son
Yeah.
come up to
And
me,
it's disgusting. Never be ashamed. Don't be ashamed for who you are. And that includes the freaks and mass murderers. You want to be a mass murderer? Sure, put it out there. Please let us know. Let us know. I'm encouraging you to let us know.
Right.
Don't be ashamed of who you are. Whether we think it's right or wrong, or if it's immorally wrong, or religiously wrong, or demonically wrong, or whatever the case is. Okay, if it's demonically wrong, somebody in the satanic group will find you and will happily sacrifice you and take you from human society, and then the Christians will be here. Okay, because we do the Satanists, the satanic Satanists. I'm not satanic. The satanic Satanists will take care of the people that we don't need in society.
back
Good.
in the Olympics, did anybody happen to see the guy from, I believe it was Russia? He was in the shooting competition. No glasses.
Turkey.
No. Yeah, no head, nothing. And he got
Okay.
silver. I'm like,
So
he's your hitman.
I'll take that one step
Oh my
further.
God.
People are making memes where they're taking that guy shooting and the pedophile and they're like, easy solution. I actually posted it on my page and it's him aiming at the fucking, I love the internet.
We
God
made you
damn it.
imagine going shooting with somebody and be like, I don't have any targets, and you're with somebody and you happen to be with a pedophile. Like, yeah, we do. Start running, motherfucker.
There are very simple solutions, I feel like, to these very serious problems. It's just nobody wants to do those things because A, people at the top are greedy and psychotic as fuck. B, everyone's afraid. C,
Right.
pedophiles can't hurt anybody else if they got their hands and their knees broken backwards. I mean,
See,
Right.
sure, they're out of jail, but all their fingers are broken and they have a limp.
Yeah. Some people have talented. Some people have talented toes.
I don't know.
I actually watched him
what?
shoot live, though. And I'm just sitting there going,
This is
I'm like,
always-
he's a hitman. And the fact that he's from Russia made it even better. I'm like, oh, he's a hitman. Aw.
Baby.
Put it on your nose. We're gonna do a trick. No, we do a
You know
trick.
what? If I see your dog bite you, I'm just gonna laugh. I'm not gonna ask how are you.
No, it's
All right, ladies. We're gonna go ahead and cut this. We've been doing this. Yeah, this has been a
I think
lot
we
of
should
fun.
stay up.
For those who are
Yes.
popping in and out, welcome to the first Savage Ladies of Metal Real Talk. And of course, we
Staying
got
up.
Vala
Anyone
D
stick
from
on?
Chicago, also from Vala in the Village.
Vala in
Check
the
her out.
Village,
She is a singer and she is starting to go crazy
We're
and come out
playing
to
with
Chicago and hit the
Trapped,
scene.
bro. I didn't get to talk about it.
You
We're
need to come
playing
down
with
here.
Trapped. We're playing with the fucking band Trapped.
Yep.
That's
She's
cool.
playing with Trap. That's coming up.
I cannot believe that because that situation went from your show's canceled, blah blah blah, to well, we have a spot open for Trapped. And we
Yeah,
want
the
you guys
joys
on.
of the venues. Let me talk about that. We
Mhm.
all know I got a lot
Oh,
to say
yeah.
about you motherfuckers. I don't give a shit at this point. But
I'm gonna do a shameless plug real quick.
yes.
The band I actually personally manage is called the Wilburs. They
Mhm.
are punk. They're more a punk rock band, but they're moving and doing really big things right now. And we've got a lot of stuff in the works that I can't speak about yet.
Mhm.
But go give them a listen on Spotify.
Of course.
It's a different type because you can look. Go look at one. You gotta go look at the photo because you're not gonna know what to expect out of these three guys. So because you look at them and you're going, yeah, no, what?
Never judge a book by its cover.
And they're amazing. They really
Yeah,
are.
judge it by how
Yep.
long it is. Sorry.
Yep. So
And send me the link
also,
so I
you know
can
what?
promote them.
Bella, you can talk to Chrissy about coming down to Indiana.
Yes,
Chrissy,
please.
me and
I'm wanting to do
Chrissy,
an all-female night.
I'm
need
just
it
I'm dropping this publicly, and I know Chrissy is too, but it's been mentioned. Nothing's moving yet, but it will be soon. Savage Ladies, Metal, and Bulldog just might be pulling a show together in the next, I want to say probably several months. Give
Yep.
some time, but it is being discussed. Savage Ladies Hit the Road is not a
Yep.
joke, and I want to move on it
Awesome.
immediately.
Hey, I
So
got the
based on that fact, so yes, I'm going to start traveling.
But maybe one day you'll talk about it because I have.
Yes. Oh, there's so much to talk about.
And
Crystal.
I just got access to an all-age venue down here too, so that makes it even better.
Oh yeah. And then of course we got Crystal from Texas.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Crystal, for joining us. And you know what? For everyone to know, we do plan on doing this every Sunday.
Yes.
Because the reason why this was created was because there are so many bands who can't make the interviews every Sunday with me, and I have dead air. I can't have that. I refuse to fucking have that because it's making me look like the asshole.
No dead air.
All right. It's like, I'm busy too. I have 20 things I'm doing in life too, but I want to stay consistent. I want to keep the shit rolling. And I've been wanting to do a talk show style, shock jock style, and bring in some fucking savages from other locations. It's not about just Chicago.
Comments about some questions you want us to answer or any
Now but we're not going to be live every
Well,
time. This was me.
they
This
can
was
leave
me
a
coming up with
comment.
this idea last week, just saying, okay, this is happening. We're starting tomorrow because today's band could not make
They
it.
can reach out to
And
any
we're
of us
on
with
that.
questions, though.
because I'm
Yeah.
fidgety for live.
Now, if there's,
sit here this whole time.
So the show still will be on every Sunday at 2 p.m., but we are going to record them. We are going to record it. So, if you have any taboo topics that you guys want us to discuss,
Please
send it to me.
Yeah,
send it to Savage Ladies and Metal Messenger, or send it to me, Fran LaSavage. No, my shit does not say Franners usually. Okay. To send it to Savage Ladies and Metal Messenger and say, I have a great idea for a topic on the next Savage Ladies and Metal Real Talk show. Give us some samples, man. We have no problem crossing those streams.
I think we should also, you can shoot this down. I think once a week we should pick they can pick a metal song or a band, and we'll actually feature them and play it and then talk about it.
Well, that's another thing. I have actually, now there will be some bands that are going to be planned ahead of time because I'm not going to book anything more than a few weeks ahead anymore. That's it. It's done. It's done.
Anything.
But I've been introduced to a couple of people who are who would love to bring on some some bigger up and coming bands, and I mean bigger from anything from like 15K and up. Still small, but growing quick. But it's also a matter of who we want to bring on too. And you got to be professional sounding. It can't just be anybody and everyone. I'm sorry. I know the garage bands want to, I constantly get hit up by garage bands who want to use the Savages to get pushed out right away. I'm sorry. You got to have an established history.
Break your heart at least 3 times, buddy. Keep trying.
And bands, I strongly recommend EPKs. Please, if you are already scheduled for the Savages and you don't and you barely use your page, you don't have an EPK. You need to. This is something that not just I look at, but that all agencies look at. All agents will look at that. If you don't got a history, you don't got social media presence. It doesn't matter if you don't like Facebook and you prefer to use this. They look at everything, and Facebook actually can let you do the most. And then EPKs are very important to have a social presence. You got to be a nag. You got to push yourself in people's faces. When you wonder why you haven't increased your following in 2 years and it still says 500. Is it the fans' fault or yours fault?
And Linktree is your worst enemy. It is your worst enemy.
No.
What's your worst enemy?
Exactly. Well, anyway, but based on that, ladies, next Sunday.
Thank you so much.
We will not be live anymore. We are going to be recording this. Today was a fresh, we were nice about it. It was also a last minute show. So everybody, ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you guys.
Every week.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, definitely looking forward to this. And again, if you have any ideas on what you want us to discuss that is taboo or controversial, let's do it. It doesn't have to be music. Yeah. Man, love and respect.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.